Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to walk you through the process on actually purchasing either a bonus point, which is known as a preference point in a lot of other states. Arizona calls it a bonus point, or if you're wanting to actually apply for the draw. I'm going to walk you through that process here on the Arizona Fish and Game website. This is my second year. Last year, I just applied for a preference point, or the bonus point as you call it, in Arizona, and it was a pretty simple process. Something that you need to know jumping right out of the gate here is that you do have to purchase a hunting license in order to apply for that point or enter the draw, and that is non-refundable. But if you do draw that tag and you're going hunting within the upcoming season, you're going to be good to go. Now, I guess you could purchase a fishing license if you were just going to not go and hunt and not enter the tag and just get the preference or bonus point only. I guess you could purchase the fishing license. I'm not 100% sure on that. It's a bit cheaper, but I went ahead and went with a combo license this year in the event that I actually drew a tag. So this isn't going to be anything about any kind of strategy as far as what unit to pick or how to organize your selections. This is just going to go into the website here and show you how to actually purchase that point. So here I am on the home page, and I have an account already. Last year I printed out my information just to make sure I didn't lose anything. The first thing you're going to see up here, because I'm already logged in, is the apply for the draw. If you haven't already set up an account, you would want to go ahead and do that before you go into this process, because if you don't do that, you're just going to have to back out in the middle of it, and you're going to have to end up with a customer ID and basically get your account set up before you ever want to click on this button. Now, I think you can do that a multitude of ways. You can probably find a way up there on the top. You could probably click on account, or you could do it from the home page. But basically, just get that account set up first, and you should be good to go from there. Within this screen, you can also go to your dashboard or manage your account. I'll go ahead and go to the dashboard instead. So let's go ahead and look at the license that I had to purchase last year. It's a non-resident combo. Yeah, that's about all I have to say about that. It allowed me to get that bonus point in 2022, but with this being a new year, I got to get a new license to even apply for that point or apply for the draw. So as you can see here, I'm going to start this process over for demonstration. I started to get in here and was like, you know what, this might be a good video. You can see the deadline here is February 14th by midnight, so basically February 15th. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. You're going to add an applicant. You need to know your customer ID. So this is something that's important. I went ahead and wrote mine down from last year, but you can also look that up within your account if you know your login. So I'm going to go ahead and enter mine in and blurt out the information so you can't get into my stuff. This is also the same screen that you would add other applicants to your party if you wanted to do that. Put in my info, hit add applicant, and then it's going to go into basically your mailing address, going to make you enter in social security, and they don't send you anything in the mail, so it's really not a problem. You're required to print everything out for now. It's going to ask you whether you're a resident or not, and then it's also going to tell you that you need to have this license good for the draw. It can't be expired on the day of the draw, otherwise it's not going to work out. So I clicked on the here underlined word that was above the hunting license row where you typed in that information. Because I don't have my license yet, I'm going to go ahead and show you that process as well. It brought me to this page, clicked on purchase license. It's going to ask to verify my account information, and then it's going to explain to me that the license is not going to be mailed, and telling me different forms of credit card payments that they can accept, and basically that you have to print your license at a location where you have a printer. So I'm going to acknowledge I'm not a robot and submit that. Then it's going to bring me to my license effective date. I'm going to go ahead and make that today, just so that I can go ahead and, well, I mean, it's not going to matter for me as far as it. There might be an advantage to you to actually selecting, like the last day of the draw. I don't know if you could get 2 points off of one license. You might look into that and comment that in the video below or the description. But now it's going to ask me to choose a license category. I'm going with a non-resident combo. You can't use the short-term license to apply for points or apply for the draw. One thing you don't need to worry about are the stamps. I know in some states they require you to have a stamp on a lot of bird hunts, but we're doing an elk application here. Or it's also for the pronghorn draw, but we're going to have to go ahead and get a non-resident combo hunting license. And as I stated earlier, you might be able to get away with the fishing license if you were just doing the bonus point. If somebody knows that information, go ahead, drop that in the comments below. That'd be something good to know for everybody. You would save yourself, I don't know, $105 or so. Then it's going to ask me a couple questions. If I hunted last year, I didn't. Don't need the migratory bird stamp. I'm not going to be hunting any birds in Arizona, at least. And then I'm going to have to review my purchase here. It's $160. That's non-refundable. And it's pretty steep as far as the license goes. But when it comes to getting the point's only $15. So you can get a mule deer point, $15. You can get whatever you need to get. An elk point, another $15. So once you've already purchased this license, you're good to go as far as the license is concerned, and then you're just going to be tacking on $15 at a time for points. So I'm going to go ahead and enter in my payment information here for the $160, and then what I'm going to do is print out that license just so I have it on me, and I'm good to go. I'm going to file it away in case I do draw. But yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. Not going to go through the payments. Alright, so once you finish the checkout on the license, we're going to go ahead and go back to the actual application or the bonus point. I've got it in another tab over here. I'm going to click back on it, and now I'm able to enter in my hunting license number. For some reason, it brings up last year's license number, so be careful if you applied last year for a point. You're going to want to erase that and then go back and reference your new license number in there. Then you're going to type in your email, your cell phone, all that information that you need. And then I know this seems like a long ordeal, but it's really not that hard of a process. Once you get it going, get your license and your account set up, it's good to go. So I've added myself as an applicant now, and I am going to actually go in now, select the species that I'm looking to apply for. I'm going to be doing elk here, and I want to select a hunt. If I didn't want to select a hunt and just wanted the point only, you can see there's an option for that. That's what I did last year, and then you would be done with the process. But this year I'm going in, and I've got 5 different choices for units that I can apply for, and I'm going to go ahead and skip forward here in a second. Once I've already filled out all of these choices, I happen to fill the same choice for each one. You just got to read the fine print up there, and it is pretty self-explanatory. It'll lead you through the process pretty quickly. I know for a lot of guys this is the most difficult decision, and then there's guys like me that are pretty new at it, and I'm more so worried about just getting my application filled out correctly, because I'm kind of ignorant to how a lot of this Western application stuff is done. It's not exactly like this in the Midwest hunting whitetails. So once I've selected all 5 hunt choices, I'm going to click on submit hunts and continue. Once that's completed, this is where they're going to hound you a little bit about some add-ons, like if you want to add a magazine or this point guard system, which I don't think is necessary. If anybody has any information on that, I'd be happy to learn if it is necessary or if it's just another way for the state to make some money off of us out-of-staters. But you could donate if you want to as well. But I'm going to go ahead and continue on. Then it's going to ask you to review your application. You can see it was $15. I just did elk, non-resident. And then I'm going to go ahead and move on to the payment method, which is the same as before. So I'm up to, what, 185 total, or 175, I think. And yeah, that's going to wrap it up for this video pretty much. We're going to have a few more videos coming soon. I think a Colorado one is coming up. We've already got a Colorado video for last year's mule deer points, but if you would, go ahead, like this video, comment on it if you found it useful, if you've actually used it and applied for a point, or subscribe to our channel if you're somebody that's trying to learn about western hunting, midwestern whitetail hunting, fishing, anything. We've got a lot of good content coming soon, and I hope to see you guys on our future videos.